Hello!
Hello, welcome back to Adventurers Wanted, Omen. We are playing the 8th episode of Omen, which has been a live show up until this point, and now we're trying home games, see if that works as well. I'm Chris, I'm DMing, and with us we have Ed, David, Chaz, and Greta. We're not going to go back through describing who everyone's character is. You'll have to watch it back on YouTube or on Twitch for a couple of days, so do start from the beginning if you're coming in now, otherwise you might be a little lost. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons, and let us dive straight back in. So, mesdames et messieurs, you are outside a rustic alpine church. It is cold, it is windy, biting at your bones. Speaker, you're very comfortable.
I don't have any bones.
Copper, you don't know the meaning of the word comfort.
Yeah.
So, you are standing outside. Equi has started to behave slightly irrationally.
What can I say?
It's standard equity, to be honest.
And the mayor, Annagreat, is gesturing for you all to go inside. Because
Do I notice the innate weirdness?
I think you can roll an insight check, yeah?
Excellent, because I didn't want to be that player. Insight check! That's a 17.
17. Are you trying to hide the fact that things are not okay?
For me, I don't think I'd know how to, so no.
Cool, Equi's behaving weirdly.
Is everything alright, Equi?
Yes, of course.
Roll a deception check.
Yeah.
Saw that coming.
5. That's about
No.
I think.
Why do you lie to me?
Because I was bitten. I now fear the same thing may happen to me.
I was bitten as well.
You might be okay.
Learning all of the lessons he's been taught. We will help you. You are part of the team.
I'm more scared than I was before.
Were you not biting too?
Where is the healer?
Oh,
To anyone who
I suppose I was.
Where is the healer?
I don't feel any different.
No, you don't. No, you rolled high.
Perhaps it is my stronger skin.
Still a definite bite mark on your arm where you were bitten.
Perhaps
Where
being
is
out
the-
in the fresh cold.
Where is the healer?
You are gestured inside the church, and Annagreat opening the door, and inside, the reason there are people outside who are bitten and in the cold is because the inside is full of stretchers. This clearly doubles as a church and a rudimentary hospital, and there are a lot of people lying around with bite marks. They're often squirming or feeling a little look like they're feverish.
I don't want to touch anyone because I don't want to have the same pulse again. So there
Okay.
is-
Sure, okay.
How many times can I do cure wounds?
You have 4 first level spell slots to cast and 2 second level. You've cast 1 because you use Zephyr Strike, so you could cast Cure Wounds 5 times in total.
And I'm going to make a beeline to whoever looks healer.
There is an elderly lady with a very definite staff with a gold crest above the top of it, who is walking between the beds, sort of muttering quiet prayers and occasionally putting a hand on someone. And from you being a spellcaster, you can see this as well. Definitely alleviating some of the pain through magic. That could either be a Cure Wounds spell or something similar. And as they're moving on to a new bed.
Can you heal them? Can you heal them?
Hello, you are a very strange one.
And because I haven't got the right answer, if you see what I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just going to kind of go over into a corner and panic a bit.
Annagreat, what have you brought me? Yes, these people. These people who came to help with the madness that was spreading out, and yes, they are here to help. Madness? Ha! This is not madness. We are simply being plagued.
Oh, good.
By what?
I believe that something evil has taken some of our deep-held traditions and is using them against us. I believe that something has discovered our way of life and is looking to mock us with it, with this unholy disease.
I knew it. Why do you not listen to me more? I was right in the casino, and I am right again here.
Casino.
I also knew it. Oh,
No, you didn't.
I didn't.
You are very, very peculiar-looking people.
Well, so are you. You're very wrinkly.
Look, this is all very pleasant, but are you here to help or not?
Were these people bitten by the people outside that we killed?
How else do you think they came here?
So everyone in here was bitten by them. There wasn't a first beast.
The first beast? No,
When did this start?
tonight.
How many hours?
It's roughly an hour ago. People started saying there were problems, and then there was fighting, and I thought you were there.
Do you have a point of origin?
We all are from this village. We live here. We are part of it.
A point of origin for the plague.
Oh, I see. No, we are still as confused as you are. This is all
Then we must
most
investigate.
surprising.
Yes, we are here to help.
I presume from what you are saying that you do not know of our traditions.
Christmas.
Yeah, that is correct.
What is this?
Well, we have we believe that in the midwinter, at a time when the night is longest, that a spirit, a father figure, which we call Niklaus, but it's called Christmas by other people on this world, it will come and give gifts to those who have been good this year. We'll make sure that they have a pleasant midwinter. I think it is sort of a boon to those who survive this long.
I believe I understand what this is. You are having a celebration of the darkening. Point me in the direction of your wrestling tournament. I wish to compete.
I do not follow.
Tonight is the night of Christmas.
Yes?
Has the father figure been?
No, we have only... I believe some of the people around town, and maybe this is something you should be saying as well for the time being, believe that the negative aspect of this father, a spirit called Krampus, who comes and punishes those who have been naughty.
Who has been naughty?
Well, apparently everyone. Now, I believe some of the villagers think that people have gone a little mad at this time of year, and some celebrations have gotten out of hand, and we are doing very little to dissuade them of this fact. But I believe some spirit is infecting and using our myths against us at this moment.
Who dressed up first? Who? You said people dressed up as this Krampus.
All of the young people in the village put on the outfits. And
Who was the first?
this is a tradition spanning many thousand years behind us. This has been going on for centuries.
Tonight, who was the first?
I do not know. There is not one person who dresses up as this. It is we put on masks and we cavort in the streets.
We
a
must
certain
simply
amount
conduct
of,
an investigation.
In your myths, where is this Krampus?
It comes down from the mountains. Both the father and the Krampus come down from the mountains, and then they either punish or provide succor to those who have, depending on how their lives and years has been, and then they
You could fly.
Yes.
Can you see in the dark?
No.
And this Niklaus and Krampus are due tonight.
This is the night, yes.
'Tis the night before Christmas.
Yes.
One could say so, yes. Seems a very apt turn of phrase, perhaps.
What
It
if...
seems something dark is going to be descending upon this village on this, the very eve of Christmas.
But what if you've been very good, but then there are other spirits in you that probably weren't very good? Do you still get a present?
I do not understand. Other spirits inside you?
What if you were a construct would like a present. I've been very good.
Since that is what Nicholas is... I mean, we have not seen... But I should point out that we do not normally see these spirits. We just use the opportunity to give each other gifts and...
And we
rap
must
on the
lure
knuckles.
this creature. Does he have a favourite food? Something we could bait a trap with?
I mean... This creature does not exist. It is not a real thing. It is a myth.
But in the myth,
It is real now.
I suppose we normally give it biscuits?
what kind of biscuit?
Stolen. No.
That's not a biscuit, it's a cake.
Sorry, what?
The biscuits have been stolen!
It's more of an enriched bread, but
Yeah,
Right.
the cake
It's
is,
probably
the cake is
because the
alive.
biscuits have been stolen that the Krampus is so angry.
There were plenty of biscuits at the market earlier. I don't think that's the problem. Yes, go on, Ed. Jesus.
We came in and there were trees. Were there trees? Sorry, what I'm thinking is the highest thing around here going to be a building or a tree? Because I'm going to try and head up it.
This is an alpine village. It
Yeah.
is in a mountain range.
But that's what I mean. But is the highest...
There will be mountain peaks that are higher.
No, that's fine. But what I mean is in the immediate vicinity.
Oh, this church steeple is probably the highest point.
Right, so I'm going to say, come with me. I'm going to try and move through to where I can see that there's a door. I'm not going to ask anyone because that's not what he does. But then try and get through and see where I can get up to the top of the bell tower.
You'd have to climb up the outside. There is no bell tower in this church. It is...
Once I've figured that out,
Yeah.
I then go with me and go outside to try and find it and then start trying to scale the outside.
You have a climbing speed. You can fly.
Yeah.
You could both very easily do what
Get
you
to
want to
the-
do
get to
if
the-
you are happy to go with.
We must go to the top. So yeah.
You going with? Cool. You are on top of the building. It is dark, cold, and windy.
Okay. I'm going to look out and see what I can see. Is there anything? And I'm going to put on my Viridescent Order eye.
What does yours look like?
I think it's an eye patch.
It is.
Yeah. And so it is a similar kind of thing. It's a leather eye patch and looks very ratty, but it has a green gem in the middle of the thing which glows through and goes, it's not like a beam of light, but it's as in sort of it shines out as a bit of a radiance.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't use it to stealth.
As you look around the immediate area, your dark vision only extends for 60 feet.
Yeah.
So you don't see a lot. You
Right.
see an alpine village, and the glowing eye, all it shows you is there's no immediate magic in your vicinity. If you can see people, some of them appear to not be glowing at all, others have this faint transmutation energy, and if you look down at yourself, you also have this faint transmutation energy glowing on you as well.
Which is new
Yes.
and weird. So
Wait, go on.
what can I tell without doing anything interesting?
Without doing anything interesting?
Yes.
You don't see in the dark. It is very dark. Roll a perception check.
come on.
15.
15. It is very dark. It's very hard for you to see anything. What you're getting as you look around is a certain vague sense that this wind and this cold is natural. It is just part of this world. It is nighttime, therefore you can't see very well. And by the moonlight, you can barely catch the tops of these buildings. And you do realise that this is a small town. Like, there are maybe 20 to 50 houses in this whole town. There is a main road that goes down the centre of it, which again, you can see these sort of half-covered stalls in that area as well. If you're not using anything cleverer than that, Ranger, then no, you can see anything else.
I'm going to say,
Yeah.
use. It will only detect magic, but you might be able to see something we cannot from here. Please, scout.
It's a strange eye patch which you slide on.
It kind of ruffles my feathers. I don't like it.
Will it work for her?
Yeah.
Cool.
As you put it on, overlaid, you see specifically, as it overlays on, you can see traces of dream in the air. Wow. You can see where the dream intersects with this world. You can see that they are contiguous. That, as you know, the dream extends between all worlds, and you can see the points where it weakens, where it wavers. You get these faint whiffs of energy off some people, not all, but some, and you don't know what it is, but you instinctively go, it is a kind of magic that alters, that changes people, things, objects, and you understand that immediately just from what you can see through it. If anything, the mist has a slightly different colour, and you recognise how this would appear in your world as well.
What can you see?
Dream.
Dreams?
I don't even know if he does dream.
Yeah, of
I
course
guess
he
you know the concept.
He's a cat. Cat's dream.
The dream, the energy between worlds is here.
Is that what's causing this?
Can I see whether it's affecting... Can
You.
I see,
It's not affecting you.
can I see if it's affecting the other... Is this what's causing?
You can put two and two together and work out that this energy, this magical energy, effectively, which you only know as the dream, is affecting certain people. It's not as if it's not like bits of dream have sneaked through. Mm-hmm. It's that you know, because you cast magic, that by using magic, as anyone does, you are not rupturing, but massaging reality and allowing things that are unreal and unnatural to pass through. What these people may perceive as magic, you perceive as something entirely different.
That's really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But is it directly affecting all the people who've turned into animals?
You can't see any people turn into animals because there are none of them here. You can see people who appear to be affected by some of this energy and some that aren't.
It's affecting some of the people. I do not know if it is causing the illness, but perhaps it is linked.
I'm just going to go into my own world for a bit.
Should we keep them away? Do you think they will turn? The ones who are affected?
I have no idea. It is changing.
Like, as in it's shifting between different people. Okay.
No, as in it is moving around people. People who
Oh,
are
I
infected
see.
are affected.
Right, but I don't think I'd understand that.
That's okay.
So everyone is in danger.
For simplicity's sake, yes.
Do you know how to stop it with magic?
No.
As far as you're concerned, this is the natural order of things.
Yeah.
There is nothing I can see.
How far can you see?
Not very.
Right.
Who can help us? Who is going to understand? There's no one in this town and there's no one in this group apart from you.
I can try and find someone or something that shouldn't be here.
Do that. Will you need the eye?
It might be useful.
Please be very, very careful with it.
If you wanted a gift, Copper, I could have provided you with one.
No, I want one from the Christmas man.
This Christmas man does not know you. I could get you a far superior gift, based on my knowledge of your interests.
It wouldn't mean the same. It wouldn't mean that I've been good.
Well, if I give you a gift, does that not mean I...
It means you think I'm good. Doesn't mean that I have been good on a subjective scale.
I didn't realise my opinion mattered so little to you, Copper.
Oh. Listen, if you want to give me something, that's fine. But
You're on top of a building.
No, I'm sorry.
It's going to take a while for you to come down.
Understand.
if you want to give me something, that's fine. And I would appreciate any gift. But people give me gifts all the time. But this one sounds based on something.
Fine. We shall find this Niklaus, and I shall talk with him until he provides you with a gift for being good.
Thank you, Speaker. It means a lot.
What were you going to do? You're still there.
Primeval awareness.
Oh, nice.
You sit,
Yes.
concentrate,
Yes.
and when you use primeval awareness, as you are around you, this is your way, as you've used in the dream before, of finding where the dream... Corrupted is a strong word, and not one you would use, but where it has coalesced in ways that are less advantageous. Political way of saying corrupted, I think.
Yeah.
Coalesced in ways that might be problematic to you or others, and therefore probably need to be wiped out. And with the eye on, and with it still glowing, normally you would keep your eyes closed for this and just sense the world around you, but you opened them just to have a look, just to see what's going on. And it's like you can see for the 6 miles you can see with this ability. You just...
6 miles?
Yeah, that's how primeval awareness works.
Very glad you're here.
It's almost like you're flying in all directions simultaneously. And you get a very strong sense of something aberrant, something problematic, something... It's on the very reach of your range on this. To the northeast, up a mountain, you can just see silhouetted against the moonlight.
I think I know where we should go.
I'm gone, sorry.
She said to the air.
Yeah, because I thought you were going to fly, and therefore I just left. Sorry, the guy's a dick. It's really not helpful.
Meanwhile, I do not think that my gift would be of equal value to this man.
It's not about the present. It's about the earning of it.
You can come back down and tell them whenever you're ready.
Why is this Niklaus's word more valuable than Wasatris's word about your innate goodness?
Because I've never got a present from Niklaus before, and he is apparently super judgmental.
If I could just point out, Niklaus himself is not judgmental. He and Krampus work together to see who is deserving of succor from the world, to have...
In the thrall of a higher power?
The bird has taken my eye. We shall know more soon.
That was a heck of a sentence.
I am not good with words, I keep telling you.
Gave one of the most precious artifacts of the Order to someone we have just encountered.
Was it a present?
Yes.
Insight!
It is Christmas.
16!
Was it a present?
No, it totally wasn't.
Yeah,
it
you
like
go.
it was trying to do the right thing. I'm now feeling really stupid.
Is this what mountain air does to non-Goliaths?
I don't know. Does it turn them into goats?
That would be a first.
I
Please,
think it's
Anthony,
sweet
ready?
you gave the bird person a present. It is Christmas after all.
I think I know.
Yeah, just walks into this conversation.
I think I know where we need to go.
Where?
The northeast, near the mountain.
Ah, the mountain.
What is that?
Turning to whoever looks.
Hilda is still standing there listening to you all with a kind of, what the fuck are these people? That's basically what you're getting.
Yeah.
What is to the northeast?
A mountain.
Which... What is... Can we get up there?
Yeah, it's a mountain.
Can you fly before us to see where we need to go?
I can fly on ahead.
Please, shall we go?
Yes.
If that is where this is coming from, then
We shall require equipment.
what do you need?
Not for me, I am a fine climber. I grew up among the mountains, but for my companions.
I'm very good at climbing. We found out in the last adventure I went on.
Can you heal me?
Of whatever has stricken you, if it is the same as what the others have, no.
I can heal you. I think.
Please.
A bold claim.
Please do. And I need my eye back.
I reluctantly give that on. I might need it once again.
It will be useful. In her, more useful to her than it will be to us. I could see nothing. She can see everything.
Secrecy above all.
Oh, God. God damn it.
And put it back. So it's like it's up over my.
Yeah, that's fine.
Seems a bit strange to ask for a present back. Maybe I don't understand this whole Christmas thing after all.
Fine, then maybe my presents to you are of no value at all.
I appreciate everything you've given me, Speaker.
And Speaker walks off. You know, yeah, almost unmistakably in somewhat of a huff.
I'm gonna say it.
Fly! Go! Fly!
This is.
Wait, I thought she could heal the bitey thing.
I am alright for the moment.
I'm just.
I've also been bitten.
We're just going. We're just going. Well, at least. I'm
Are the
having
four
a
of you
movement
going?
I'm going.
Yeah.
I will go.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Before we leave, lady of the church,
Hilda. Yeah.
Hilda.
Yeah.
I'm quite badly hurt. If there, you are a healer of the church. If there, could I? Ow!
You have a boo boo.
I have a boo boo.
I must prioritize the people. Roll persuasion check.
Geez, it's not great. That is an 8.
Wow, dude.
I must prioritize the people of my village. You are, forgive me, much hardier than them. Also made of metal.
I understand. Is there anything that we can bring back to help heal them? We're going up to the mountain. Is there something, or like a shop or a special herb that you need?
No.
Is there anything else I can do to convince you that I'm good and well behaved?
I have only just met you. I do not think of you as neither of those things. I think you have goodness. You are clearly kind. I am not questioning your morality at this time.
So,
You are a good robot? Is that what you want to hear?
okay, good. There's nothing else you need. I can't get you some biscuits. They need biscuits.
No. Please go help destroy this thing that is terrorizing my village, and it will be more than enough.
Okay.
Amazing.
Are the four of you heading up the mountain?
Oh, I
Maybe I'll
get my
make
dagger.
a present again.
You're now pulling it out of a young man's.
Dude,
Yeah, young man.
Long
Yeah.
Solarian.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Just a young guy.
Yeah. Shit.
About 15 maybe.
Yeah, oh. This is the thing is that's more of a twinge for me than for him. He didn't give a shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have all of your accoutrements and you are heading up the mountain. How are you travelling?
Looping hard.
Okay.
That sounded cool.
Also, loping hard.
Okay.
Trudging.
It's nice to be in the mountains again.
Skipping.
Bounding would be a good word. And unless you're flying, I'd want to chat to you about something, but I imagine you're flying.
I'm flying.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm flying on ahead,
Mhm.
seeing what's going on,
Mhm.
and if there's nothing untoward,
Mhm.
I'm waiting for them to kind of catch up a bit.
And then doing bounds.
And doing
yeah,
bounds.
yeah.
Why don't you describe your natural explorer abilities to these lovely fellas, as you are providing them with that benefit?
What?
So, what are my natural explorer abilities?
Well, aren't you?
There we go. I'm traveling for an hour or more in chosen terrain.
Which you are.
Difficult terrain doesn't slow my group's travel.
You're managing to move remarkably quickly in the heavy snow,
Nice.
That's great.
because she's able to guide you.
And my group can't become lost except by magical means.
So you are able to follow the path, which is being provided.
So right.
That solves a lot of problems.
Yeah.
And
And yet you can't see in the dark.
I remain alert to danger even when I'm engaged in any other activities.
Yeah,
And I
you're
can-
keeping an eye out.
and I can
Nothing
move,
is really attacking you up here. No.
I can move stealthily at a normal pace while alone.
Ah. Roll me a stealth check, because you are flying ahead and then waiting and then flying ahead, so I'll allow that to be stealthy.
It's okay. 10. It's better than it was.
It's about average, yeah. So you're not angrily flapping, going caw every 30 seconds. You're managing to fly relatively stealthily as you go. Yes.
And if I was looking for food, I'd find twice as much.
There's the food, is there?
And while tracking creatures, I can learn the exact number, sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area.
As you do make your way, towards what you saw in the eye, you still have the eye?
No,
Let me take it back. As you are flying towards it, you can mark out where the point was. That's easy enough for you. As you go, you do see, as you're flying ahead, there are footprints in the snow. They appear to be heading down the mountain. You're effectively tracking back to a point.
But there aren't ones going the other way.
Nope, it's going down.
Okay.
And as you fly up, the terrain starts to get more rocky. And you are pointing out to them where they need to be careful of patches of ice. I mean, speaker's probably going, yeah, I know. Like, it's yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
I have seen the ice.
But to these two, it is very valuable.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a cat in snow.
Not enjoying this.
Copper's creaking a bit as it goes.
Like
Sorry.
ice kind of cracking off
Yeah.
each joint.
Yeah. You reach a point where you are cutting up to the edge of a cliff, effectively, and you know the point you're trying to reach is high above you, but there's no way to walk from this point. You'll probably be climbing, flying in your case.
Do you relay this to us?
You are now walking up to the point where Alcona is waiting for you at the very foot of basically cliff face.
From here on, you cannot walk. You must climb.
Copper, it is best you go first,
Why?
so that if Copper falls,
We all die.
I'd fall on you!
I am going first.
And I'm going to just start climbing.
You have a climb speed, so it's no problem for you at all to start climbing up. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
You two climbing up as well?
I can give you a boost.
Alright.
Goliath hurling a robot up a mountain.
You-
This is
But
Fiscaraldo even better.
You do the foot, and Copper roll an athletics check with advantage.
I am
Lord.
super good at climbing.
Yeah, you are.
Ooh.
Can I get any better? No, I can't. That is that's a 24.
Copper just it's almost punching a hole and then using that to lever another punch in the wall.
Huh,
It's
it'll
not
make it
subtle.
much easier for me.
It's not subtle in any way, shape, or form.
Is it actually echoing? Like,
Yeah.
is it- oh, wow.
You do know that any kind of stealthiness is probably gone now.
I think
It's just us two at the bottom of this cliff face now.
Yeah. You wanted a word. Now's a
Yeah.
chance.
Where are the rest of your people?
We should get a move on.
Yes.
Certainly. I would like to roll an acrobatics check, please.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget you can also step in the wind to just run up it.
All right, I'm not spending key points that much. No.
But that would...
But it's Christmas!
And also that would be a really special kind of...
Oh, dear.
That
Oh,
would be a
dear.
real special kind of humiliation. Where it can
Oh,
be a
nat
scissors,
one.
split pass.
Oh. Speaker, you sort of... Oh, Copper's left a handheld. I'll just... Whoop! Oh, it's slippery. Climbing in the cold. It's tricky.
Right, take two.
Just try it again.
Yeah.
Disadvantage this time.
Oh.
I'm feeling a bit lack of self-confidence.
Oh, mate! That's another...
Wow!
This time you give it more of a pounce. Like a ha! Can't find any handholds. Sort of... You're like 1 foot off the ground just going, I'm started! Get me started!
There's something.
So much for grace. Can I now roll athletics?
Sure.
Is it still at disadvantage?
No, this is a new roll. It's fine.
Wow.
You are fucking kidding me. This is incredible.
This is a joke.
It's like being home.
9.
Total of Oh, wow.
You try and you're managing to make progress, but it's surprisingly slow for you. You feel a little bit out of sorts. Not quite sure what's bothering
I'm
you.
out of practice.
Yeah, I think so. The other two are, well, as Alcona sort of just watching you fail to climb. And it
Should
kind of-
I have given you a boost?
I am fine.
They are climbing faster than you and will climb out of your visual range very shortly if you don't speed the fuck up.
Can I do anything to speed up?
You can use a key point. It's literally what they're there for.
No. I won't fall. I refuse to be Hislop, sir.
Well, this is your prerogative. The Goliath appears to be much slower than the other two.
I'm not that strong.
Do not worry about me. I have ample time to take in the view.
It's dark now.
Can you see in the dark?
Cannot.
No.
Copper's going to look down and see that Speaker's struggling. And say, do you need a hand, Speaker?
I'm fine. It's a 2 on deception.
I'm gonna slam my fingers into the rock and try and slide down. To down.
Roll another athletics check. Why not?
God, man.
How many spells do I have left?
That is a 26.
Yeah, you ably want to...
Are you? Is it slippy?
I'm slightly out of practice.
Do you want to hang on to my back and we shall ride up the mountain together? That would be a good deed I've done.
It appears that you have given a gift to me.
This is
That's
the
Charlie
weirdest version of the Princess Bride thing.
So you want to grab onto my
you
grab
have
onto my neck?
used 2 first level spell slots.
Grab onto my neck. And
Now I know how the gnomes feel.
With disadvantage,
Yeah.
he is very big.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
No, that's a 9.
You are now moving at the speed that Speaker was moving at beforehand, but it's you doing it.
You're welcome.
Okay, these jokers are clearly going to take some time to get up here.
Have I reached the top yet?
No.
Okay.
You have scampered ahead, and you find climbing easy because you have claws, which is you have a climb speed, which means you can just climb automatically.
Yes.
Roll me an investigation check.
Me?
Yeah. Yeah. An investigation check, please.
Ooh. 21. Astonishingly.
There are carvings in the rock that you are
Yes.
climbing
I
over.
want to investigate them like further and fully.
You already have. No, you already have.
Right.
They appear to be quite crude.
Okay.
Quite stick figure almost. And they're not particularly patterned or ordered. They appear to be quite chaotic and random. And it is sort of various, what look like people, often standing in small groups with a symbol of like a triangle above them. There are very clear images of people kneeling. There are very clear images of a figure that is much like the stick figures but has very clear horns.
Yeah.
All very pagan.
Fascinating. What size are these?
As you climb past
Yeah,
them,
yeah.
someone your size probably made them.
Graffiti, I understand it's not that, but that's the...
Pagan symbology is often very similar to our modern graffiti.
Right. As in a display of what?
Exactly.
Right, okay.
Are you flying up as well?
I'm flying up.
Cool. Well, you're much faster than these two jokers, so you catch up with Equi in no time at all.
What are they doing?
Some form of climbing.
Very well.
And keep going.
You point them out to them?
No.
Okay.
That's so infuriating, but no.
Do I look or notice anything at?
Roll an investigation check for you.
20, not natural 20.
You also
I know
see
what you
these
did.
carvings as pagan markings in the rock face. And you don't recognise them at all.
Okay.
But you do recognise the symbology is very classic of what we're no longer allowed to call primitive art. But Well, that's what it was a
Yeah.
term until recently and said it wasn't a good one. It is very clearly art made in a culture that is expanded during painting pictures on walls and sharing them and selling them, that sort of thing. This is art for religious reasons more than anything else. As you both are now up ahead, you fly up and ahead. You see a mouth of a cave that comes out of the cliff face.
Wait, what?
There is a cave mouth, and you're coming up to the edge.
Oh, I
of it.
see. Sorry, right.
You're
I
both.
remember the mouth was coming out over the.
You're gonna have
Big
to
old
do the
tongue.
overhang.
No,
Yeah.
it's not an overhang, no. But there's just an open hole in the side of the cliff, and it is. You know, this is the point you saw.
So I don't know that. I'm just going
Nope.
up the wall.
She does.
So if I see that it's there, I go, can you? Is there anything there?
This is where we are headed.
This is. I'm going to be able to see better than her down to the.
Yeah, below you hear a very loud "Come, come, come."
Near there!
Amazing.
At least we will have the element of surprise. Take my eye, see what you can see.
Did you activate it when you gave it to her?
Oh, is it run out? Oh, how long's it go on for?
A minute, I think.
It's a
Oh,
minute.
for God's sake. Fine, yes, I do activate it before I get to.
Cool. The transmutive energy, this energy of change, of alteration, it's almost like there's a fetid cloud of it that's belching out the side of this cave. You can see it's everywhere around you. And it's definitely coming from the cave.
Whatever is wrong, it is here. It's coming out the side of the cave.
Is it? Would I be in? Because he's equanimous. Is there a way that I'd be able to sort of climb around and then put my head in, but from the top rather than from the bottom?
Yeah, of course.
I'll try that.
You have a climber speed, so you can easily get up that thing. Roll perception checks. You're looking at it, and you can see in the dark, so...
Yep. Wow, I'm running really well on this bit. 24.
You round the side and peer in, and you can see this cat person has now crawled around the edge, and you're staying back a little bit, and he's sticking his head right into this cough of energy that's coming out of it. Thank you. You look inside. There's a very dark tunnel, but there is a very clear sort of light at the end of it. It appears to be flickering slightly, but it is a tunnel that goes into the mountain. It's about 20 foot wide, and it clearly goes into the mountain, but it also clearly ends, and you can see this flickering light at the end of it.
Would I be able to judge how long it was roughly?
The tunnel?
80 feet or...
Oh, not that far. 50 feet down, tops.
Wow. Can I feel any heat?
No, not this far away.
So I can't tell whether it's a... I can't tell that it is a source of heat, but it looks like one.
It looks like a candle flame. You can tell that flickering light.
But it doesn't, there's no...
It's not like there's fire or smoke.
Right, that's what I mean, but it's just a light.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
cool.
a light.
I will try and sort of get up so I'm above the thing and try and gesture up.
Mm-hmm.
I go towards.
Yeah, and trying to keep out of the way of the...
Mm.
I'm going to guide you away from the thing.
There's a flame. I don't know what kind, but there is a flame at the end of the tunnel. Do we attack?
Yeah. You guys are now reaching where they are, and you can see up ahead of you.
wow.
You're very clearly getting very close to what looks like a cave mouth.
If I cast Pass Without Trace,
Yeah. How do you cast Pass Without Trace? What does it look like? How does it...
so if it would look like
Well, you've got the eye on. You can see it happening.
Interesting.
I'd get a feather out and I'd burn it and let the ashes float away. As they float away, I breathe on it and move it around and see that the tendrils of the ashes go into the dream, and it's sort of like they light up and wind their way to where I want the spell to go.
around you now, you can see the tendrils of, and you feel again this. You can now see how the dream interacts with the world, and you're definitely creating something illusory, something that is not real, something that masks. And as it does, you see around your three allies as they come close that they are now better masked than they would have been at this point. You as well. It's within a range around you. It moves with you. Remember, roll a stealth check.
Woo!
Add 10 to the roll.
What a climb! Yahweh!
Is that for everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
Add 10 to the roll.
Yes, please.
33.
As you get to the edge, Speaker just flips off, and you have no idea where Speaker is anymore. Sort of up against the side of the wall. It's not obvious where you are at all.
Is it like one of those comedy bits where everyone walks under the cave mouths and it pans up and it's just like just on the ceiling?
I, having rolled a 15, run to the edge of the cave and go,
Speaker, no!
And
assuming
yet,
he has fallen.
you can all
Yeah.
see, surprisingly, this, that even the loud shouting from Copper, because of this spell, is slightly echoey, and like it's almost like that. You know that when you go into a room that has no echo, your mind creates the echo that isn't there. It's still, it's there, no. You just get this very strange, odd echo voice. Your voice feels weird. What did you roll?
An 11.
An 11.
Yes.
So you rolled a 1,
I did.
and you have no stealth modifier.
Yes, I must do.
You got a 7, mate.
Good lord. So even having rolled a 1, I managed to get 19.
Yeah.
Well, you don't, because it's a 1.
Yeah. You still suck.
You raised his hopes and dashed them soundless.
Yeah, it was good.
You said, I don't like being his up. There you go. What you end up doing is swinging down into the cave, and just a big part of the rock face yours falls off, and there's every boom, boom, boom down the side of the mountain, which is not, this echoey thing is not affecting that.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn around with my gun and like charge. Oh, he's such an idiot. And kind of charge forward, as in like I'm going to make up for being such a prat.
If he's charging forward, can I keep pace with him whilst hidden?
Yes.
Considering that my movement
wow,
is,
yes.
because my movement's
Yes.
45.
Yeah, absolutely you can.
Yeah.
And I think you're halfway up the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm just going to look at you and just like, sometimes they like to do things on their own.
I'm going to fly ahead and try and catch you and stop you.
Wow, cool.
Cool.
Pang, pang, pang.
But like,
No, but Equi has a speed of 30. If he's dashing, he has a speed of 60. He also has an ability called Feline Agility that makes him very fast for one round.
I didn't do that.
You didn't do that. But it's also only 50 feet. So 60 feet, he's already there. You're already there. And all three of you
Sorry, guys.
get forward into this... You almost see this light ahead of you, and as you turn round a corner, inside a quite large cave, it's about maybe 60 feet across, sort of almost circular, but it is natural formation, like a perfect 3. Not at all. Inside there is a dim red glow from candles all around the walls and on different alcoves and outcroppings all over. Maybe 10 to 15 of these goat-like creatures that you have seen are kneeling, and before them, sat awkwardly on a rock outcropping, is something that looks similar to them, but is not them. It does look goat-like, but it also looks corpulent, like almost grotesquely overweight. And it has, there's coal on the ground all round it, and reeds on the ground all round it. And as it looks up at you in the doorway, it sort of... it can see 2 of you. And the figures, they're kneeling, turn, but don't move. They're just looking at you as you look at it, and it looks at you. And then, comes up behind, and you see all this too.
Nicholas, I've come for my present.
At that name, he leans back. Roll a perception check, please.
And what I was going to say, there's a ridiculous sort of... I tried to do a ridiculous sort of combat roll as I come into the thing, and I've got him in my sights.
That's fine. Yeah.
Perception. Is
Perception 18.
18, thank you.
17.
17.
that? Natural 20. I just.
Perfect.
Yeah.
13.
As you combat roll and
Yeah.
you look at him, and your eye catches a flash of red next to him, and you look over quickly. There is a corpse next to him of a man.
Oh, wow.
It looks partially eaten. And it looks like, it's very hard to tell from this distance in the way, but it looks like it's sort of continually regenerating slowly.
Wow.
And it's just, as you see its claw just reach out and tear a hunk off and stuff it into its mouth.
How heavy does this body look?
The big guy?
Yeah.
Oh, ridiculously heavy. In creature terms, it would count as...
Oh no, the corpse, not.
Oh, the corpse body. It looks like a medium-sized humanoid.
Medium-sized humanoid.
Yeah.
So fairly easy to drag.
Yeah.
Jabba the goat.
Yeah.
Fairly easy to drag. And suppose somebody who was completely hidden might be able to find the prime opportunity to sneak this thing away.
You are certainly welcome to try when we get to that point, if you like. You can be sneaking around the edge to get to it. I'm fine with that.
Oh, by sneaking around to get to this body, does this also place me behind the creature?
Yes, it would, yes.
Well, it looks like it is Christmas after all.
Because you rolled a 30-odd on yours.
33.
Yeah, exactly. It's never going to see you. As you are going around the edge, it's looking at all of you. It doesn't look angry. If anything, it looks like it's terrified, horrified, not 100% sure what emotion you're reading unless you want to roll insight checks on it.
I'm not going to do that. I don't care.
Yeah, I'll be that guy.
I am. I'm also going to.
10.
Yeah, you're pretty busy doing the sneaky.
23.
23.
17.
Cool. With a 17, you get that it just looks grotesque and odd and disgusting and weird. And it also looks a little bit upset in Copper's vernacular. It looks like it's had a rough day.
It's been busy. It's Christmas.
Alcona, what you get, it is disgusted with itself. It is horrified at what is happening, but also doesn't know how to stop it.
Oh, wow.
How close is Speaker to me?
You can't see Speaker. Speaker is one with the shadows. I mean, roll a perception check if you like. See if it breaks a 33. Was it 33?
33.
Yeah.
33.
19.
You don't see Speaker.
I'm there.
Do you say anything? As it's, again, you see it reach out a hand as this sort of, as parts of the body regrow, it just...
You said Nicholas, right?
I said Nicholas.
I would
and
like
for my
to-
present.
I would like to spend this time studying the timing of when this creature reaches out to rip off a chunk of flesh.
It doesn't appear to have like a regular pattern to it. It is gorging itself and cannot stop.
Oh no, there's not a rhythm to
No,
it
no.
where there's like an ample like gap.
No, it's just gorging itself.
Okay.
What are you?
What are you?
He's doing the repeaty game.
We are representatives of the Viridescent Order.
He's just going to say it back.
What is the... What?
Who is that? What is that?
My friend.
Why are you eating him?
He stopped and I tried to help and I just wanted to help. The creature's just watching this interchange.
Did you start the plague?
I don't know how to stop this.
What do we do?
I'd qualified to do a perception check in the room in general.
Sure, go for it.
15.
Apart from the creature and the creatures in front of it, there are various what look like pagan rituals, pagan iconography, especially in figures. They appear to be made of either straw and things like that. Some appear to be partially singed or burned. Some are broken, just shattered. There is also what looks bizarrely to you like a sort of sled. It's sort of up against a wall and sort of crammed in slightly, and it appears to be chock full of, well, from your perspective, stuff, bits and bobs, odds and ends.
Is the do I still have
Yeah,
the
yeah.
eye?
You do,
But is it still on?
yes.
Can I roll perception for what I can see? Through
Sure,
this?
please do.
I don't know what those do.
12.
12. The air is so thick with this transmutative energy that it's almost like it's clogging or cloying. There's quite a lot of it. You recognise that this creature in front of you, much like what they do, is almost like it's weighing on the dream beneath it or above it, or however you want to metaphysically describe what the dream is at this point. It's everything about it, and you can see as it tears out, it's coming from this body.
That right.
It is tearing out, and it is changing, it is mutating, it is grotesque, but it cannot stop what it is doing, clearly. It has been almost subsumed by the dream energy of transmutative property of it, and you can see that the dream is almost forcing it to do it.
Wow.
This is not a creature acting out of its own rationale. It is simply almost mindless, fatting itself on, well, as far as you can tell, pure goodwill. It's like it's a metaphor or something.
I know you're upset and you've had a bad day. Is there anything that I can do to help?
Make it stop.
Oh shit.
What do you need to stop?
This.
That's all I need. Step of the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You might have moved faster than me, but I think I'm going to loose a shot off at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah. Step of the wind. My sole purpose is to grab the body and get it out of the cave. If that's taking the dash action, if nobody swipes at me. If somebody wants to take a swipe at me, that's taking the disengage action and just running my movement
Okay.
with that.
As you leap out of hiding and just like almost leap through the air across, trying to reach this body, the creature tries to draw it close, sort of screaming in pain at the thought of even losing it for a second. You do leap through the air because your jump speed is tripled. You do easily manage to leap over all of this, and there's no need to disengage. But you are now in front. Are you grabbing hold and trying to pull it away?
Yeah.
Cool, this is a surprise round, so make a contested grapple, please.
Contested grapple.
Yeah.
That's what? Just a
Your
strength check?
athletics, because you are...
My athletics.
Starts with athletics, I'm afraid.
Starts at athletics. This thing's probably super strong. 17.
It rolled a 21.
Oh,
You
fuck.
are latching on to this body that you see under your fingers is slowly just reforming and reforming and reforming, and it's clearly reached a point now where it's almost just like a mass of reforming flesh in sort of slightly torn red clothing. But you are grabbing hold and pulling, and it is wrestling with you, and you're both now pulling against each other. That is the surprise round. Call it heads or tails.
Tails.
Thank you.
Sorry.
You guys go first.
Hey.
Nice.
Alcona, what would you like to do?
I want to try and get near it,
That
The-
initiative before yours.
the Jabba the Goat,
So glad I called on.
and cast a spell.
Okay, what would you like to cast?
Protection from evil and good.
Who do you cast it on? Is it cast on a person? It protects the person that it's cast
Yes,
on.
I want to protect Jabba.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
amazing.
Really cool.
You fly forward and attempt to cast the spell on Krampus, because what it is.
Sorry.
That's absolutely fine.
Jabba the Goat's more fun. We don't know his name's Krampus.
At least not yet.
Sorry.
But we're all aware of Star Wars lore.
Yeah, to speakers is like, oh, Star Wars, yes, I'm familiar with Star Wars.
Yes, 1973, yes. Right. Protection from evil and good. A one willing creature, it is willing, it doesn't want this. Protecting certain creatures, blah, blah, blah. It has a disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. It also can't be challenged, threatened, possessed by them. Interesting. Incredible.
You broke it.
No, I'm just fascinated. It's really interesting. You fly out, and how does your protection from evil and good spell manifest itself? What do you do? I'm blocking the camera.
So, I create a wave of energy from my wings.
Yes.
And I've got a silvery powder that
Yes.
I throw out.
Yes.
So the energy then sort of like pulses it towards.
You have to touch it. You fly over and just...
And the powder and everything's on top, and when it's on top, then
Yes.
I can touch it.
Yes.
And I say no.
Awesome.
Yep. It can't tear itself away, but you are giving it a chance to do something that it literally couldn't do. Keep doing it. As you do that, the creatures around you, just flown over them to do this and reach out. The creatures all around you are realising something is amiss and are all snarling angrily and are turning to try and face whomever is nearest. Speaker! You had your surprise round. You are now standing with it, grabbing back and forth on this. You could try and pull it off it again.
Yes, please.
Cool.
Come here, you.
Oh.
16?
16. It rolled a 7. Ooh. You, with a violent jerk, drag this, it's not even really a body anymore, out of its grasp. And it is screaming, a sort of bleat scream in your face as it claws, trying, but it's very slow because it's so corpulent.
It's very slow. Is it? Would it get an attack of opportunity if I use the rest of my movement to get this thing out of here?
Yes.
What if I spent my final key point and did Step of the Wind and took disengage?
Then it won't have to.
Then I'm gonna do that.
Nice.
Grabbing onto this mass, you run basically up the wall and around this cave as it swipes at you, trying to get this thing back that it needs.
My metal friend is called Copper. They require a present.
Oh, amazing. Amazing.
Oh, God. So gross. Okay.
I love this game. That makes me really happy.
And with the Step of the Wind, you easily step around the edge of the cave and running towards the exit with this mass. That's absolutely fine. Okay. Equi,
Oh, that was so much fun.
you can see this happening.
So, considering that when it said make it stop,
Yes.
my first thing would have been I would have pulled the trigger.
Yes.
However, given that this
Yes.
is where I am in the thing, will I have seen the movement of?
Alcona.
Yeah.
Yes, Alcona is standing next to the
That's what I
creature,
mean. So-
clearly trying to placate it with some magic you don't understand.
So in which case the thing goes off. Do the other beasts look like they would be any threat?
They are snarling and they're looking like they're about to attack anyone they can get in the reach
Yeah.
of.
No. In which case think to that.
Take a shot.
First one was going to be a shadow shot.
Ooh.
Ooh, I say.
Ooh, shadow shot.
There it is.
Positive 20.
You can say that 20.
Okay, nat 20.
Yeah, roll the damage on that. I'm
Wow.
pretty sure it's dead, but let's just make
is
sure.
it what's the thing with?
You double all of the dice rolls. That includes your shadow shot.
Oh,
It's gonna really hurt.
that's a spicy rifle.
Wow. Okay, that's 26.
Oh, good.
Do you roll the 8 as well?
Hmm?
The shadow shot gives you an extra d8, doesn't it?
Oh no, it gives me an extra 2d6.
So it gives you an extra 4d6 is what it gives you.
Oh man!
Would you like one of these?
I think I should.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 31. Wow. Hang on, come on, maths. 37 in total.
What else does a shadow shot do? What special effect does it have?
It means that the thing that gets hit needs to make a Wisdom DC 13 save, or it can only see within 5 feet until the start of my next turn.
It doesn't really matter because it is so dead.
So dead.
You quickly reassess, and again, you know how to charge your
Thing.
shot. You don't know how you do it, but you know that you do. And the bullet that streaks out the end, the musket ball that streaks out the end of it, it almost glows black as it just hits into this creature, and it just explodes. Just It is shattered, smashed against the wall, and is no more. One down.
Yeah. I'm going to take the second shot on another one.
Yeah?
Lots. 27.
That hits, yeah.
And you see, when I'm just not surprised, that is so much better. 14.
14. And you pull another and pull the trigger, and it gets knocked back and is pushed back a bit by the impact of the shot. It is hurt more than half.
Excellent.
It is looking bloody, doesn't the D&D say it says?
Gotcha.
Yeah. You have a bonus action.
I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just going to be concentrating.
Cool. Copper.
I am surrounded by goat folk.
Go fuck ahead of you, yes.
I'm going to do a punch of them.
You going to rage?
I'm not going to rage. There's nothing made me ragey yet.
Yeah.
Like,
That's very fair.
raging is a character choice for Copper for some reason.
Yeah.
Because I play this game wrong.
No, you don't.
This game's so right.
So that is a 23.
Yeah, you first one. You just start running in and lamping one of them. Go for it.
Yeah.
23. That's a 7. That's a 11.
11 points of damage. And one is pounded aside by you for 11 points of damage. You have a second strike if you want to take it.
I will.
Yeah.
That is an 18.
18 hits as well.
And that is 9 points of damage.
Cool. You blunder two aside. One has been blown to smithereens, and one has been shot and has done significant amounts of damage to it. You are clearing your way into this cavern. However, there are still 11 of them.
Great. Just to be clear, I'm making sort of a beeline for Jabba the Goat.
Yeah, sure. That name's sticking, is it?
Oh, I'm going to get... Thank you.
On first, the large creature, as one of its underlings dies. Fortunately, none of you have an eye on, so you can't see it fully. But it appears to gain some strength from this moment from the
cool.
death. Yeah. And it's.
Can I roll a perception? I'm making a beeline for it. Can I roll a perception to see if that's something I would notice?
You can see that it is fatted by anything around it.
But not the killing of something didn't necessarily...
Didn't make it upset, it made it happy.
Okay.
It sated it briefly. One, you've got the thing, you literally killed something. I need the three of you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
What? Me as well?
Yes, please.
Right.
You're all in 60 feet of it.
Oh, me too.
No, just the three of them. It can affect 3 creatures.
I'm going to do that again. Cause
Is this an ability or a spell, by the way?
Cocked it.
Pencil means that it's sort of like halfway between
You
16
cock
and
dice,
3.
doesn't it?
It's a cocked dice, roll again, it's fine.
Never heard that expression before.
Really?
No.
It is the proper term.
It is the proper term,
Okay.
cocked.
So you're just not just...
I
Finding
to
excuse
say
to
it.
say cock at me.
Cocked!
Okay. 11.
11.
Sorry, Chris, can I clarify?
Yes.
Is this an ability or is this a specific spell?
This is an ability.
Cool. Just needed to know that.
Of course.
Wisdom save?
Yes, please.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
7!
7.
Oh, Lord.
Would you roll?
Oh, so I had 20. But non-natural.
Cool. You feel like this wave of bloodlust that rolls out of it, this wave of wanting, craving, needing wash over you, but it doesn't affect you. You two, it wells up in you and you feel a violent need to just attack something. I need you both to make a melee attack, just one.
On what?
Just roll the dice.
Oh, wow.
25.
Yeah.
Not adding anything, so it's just
You add your melee, so your whip.
my so it was 13.
13. You lash out at the creature ahead of you that is just suddenly feel this need to feast, to imbibe, to ingest, and you lash out with your whip, but it just bounces off this thing's almost rubbery hide at this point. It's just swelling out from anything it used to have that resembles even remotely normal flesh. Speaker, you running suddenly feel an urge to just turn. You see one of the creatures on the ground near you, and you just leap off and flying punch directly into it. You roll your damage, please.
8.
8 points of damage. As you've stopped and you're in mid-fight with one of these creatures. You both realise what you've done and go, this is wrong. This is not what I should be doing. Very strange. Right. Copper, what is your AC these days?
19.
19. Cool. Four of them just bum rush you, just run up and charge and leap into you.
Super cool that lady in the church didn't heal me.
Oh God! Oh yeah! I forgot. I'm in so much trouble. Oh Lord! Sorry.
Stop rolling dice!
Sorry, dude.
Oh.
This is going to be a problem.
You take 33 points
Whoa.
of damage as you are knocked off your feet, as all four just leap on you and you are knocked to the ground.
I'm still fine.
It's not half because you're not raging.
No, I'm not.
You might be now.
Yeah, this
really
might do it.
17.
Yes, thank you. No, surely not.
What did you say?
33.
33. 50. 33 from... Is that 17?
Yes.
Jesus, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's just... I was thinking, I was like, that seems super low. That's a very low number. Can't quite be.
You got less.
You are now down on the ground, and
Yeah.
three of them just run up and try and run at you. Just to attack you. 1,
Oh, man.
2.
2 hit.
Yeah, 'cause your armor class is 16, right?
My armor class is 17.
Ah, 1 hits.
God.
Stone's endurance.
Okay. You take numbers. Don't forget you have your reaction thing as well. Oh, no, you used your last key point, didn't you?
Yeah, but Stone's endurance is also a reaction.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Reduce damage from attack by 1d12 plus my con mod.
I see. It would do 17 points of damage.
Okay. Can't negate it completely. So 9 off that is
8.
8. Thank
You
you.
take 8 points of damage as it again rushes into you and knocks you over, but you hold yourself in and manage to take some of the damage washes off your almost stone-like skin if needed. But you are also bowled over. 2 are going to rush at you up on the dais. What is your armor class?
19.
19?
Yes.
You legend.
Has a shield, defensive caster.
Oh yeah.
Yep. 2 come bounding up, and you just knock them both aside as they try and ram into you. No effect had.
Can I?
Key points, Jess. I think you've run out of key points.
Yeah, but I'm just looking at Stone's endurance, which isn't linked to key points.
Oh, I see.
It seems I could do it every time.
No, it's only once per short rest. It's once per short rest.
Well, I should put that in here then.
Yeah, because otherwise that's ridiculous.
Otherwise it's just like, hey, congrats for playing Goliath. The game is now broken.
Hey, what's your armor class?
16.
Yeah. 2 of them are just going to rush straight for you, and both, again, knocking straight into you, knocking you off your feet.
Yeah.
17 points of damage as you are knocked off your feet.
Okay.
Yeah. These things are now all around you, just snarling, biting, ramming into you.
Okay.
Alcona, what would you like to do? Protection from evil and good is ongoing, I believe. Just checking. It is. It's concentration, but you didn't get hit, so you're fine. So it gets to roll again. Sorry, many things at once.
Don't like that.
Without you can do something on your turn, and you still can.
Yeah.
The energy still washes over it from the dust that you settled on it, and it's suddenly it's free of the effect briefly.
Wow.
How do we stop it? Looks at you.
I'm going to roll perception and see if I can see anything
With the eye.
with the eye.
It's not turned on. You don't know how to do it. Speaking as a free action.
Yeah.
I can't see anything. I don't know.
I will do my best to assist you as long as I can. You still have your actions, still have your turn. What would you like to do? There are two besetting you at this point.
Whip him.
Yep, 1 to each.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you using your bonus action to planar warrior?
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's going to be 23.
23.
Yep. And then let me know.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah.
Which 1d4.
1d4 plus 1d8 plus 4, I think, for you. Yeah.
4 on the 1d4, 8 on the 1d8.
That's the literal best that could have gone. Yeah.
16. The first one, you crack the whip out to one side and it just snaps up under its chin and just sends it reeling back. And you then snap the whip back around your own arm to then fling it back out to the one on the other side of you. So roll the second attack as well.
That was choice.
That one is 10.
Oh, that does not hit, I'm afraid.
Okay.
The wrap around and snap, it snaps just in front of its face. It's a crack, just a fraction ahead of its nose.
Even that's cool.
Yeah.
It is slightly startled. Speaker, you are now on the ground and being beset.
Cool. But I can use half my movement to stand up.
Yeah, of course you can.
Awesome. This mound of flesh that's reforming, it's next
Yes.
to me, right?
You're holding onto it still.
I'm still holding on to it.
Yes.
Is it? Do I recognise it as a person yet?
It's not reforming into a person. It is now at this point just meat. It's reforming as more and more and more meat.
Oh, it's just reforming as meat.
Yeah.
It's not becoming a person.
No.
I will deal with you in a second. But first!
Yep, go on.
I was going to do something very sweet and heroic, but it's meat.
It's meat.
There's 2 on me, right?
Yes.
Cool. And they both seem pretty healthy?
Yeah.
Cool. First hit's an 18.
That's a hit. Roll.
Oh, yeah.
How many? You hit?
Well, I'm going to key points, so it's just 2. Do it again.
3.
What?
You get to hit as an expert. You use 2 hands. A bonus action. You hit 1, 2, 3 every
That's
time.
right. Third attack is a bonus action. It's not
Correct.
bad.
So roll the 3d20s and then is it all on one or is it
All on one.
all on one?
Unless it goes down, and I'll move on to the other.
Cool.
Okay, the next one is a 25.
That hits as well.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And the third attack is probably doesn't hit. It's only a humble 9.
No, it's not. I'm afraid 2 of them do, and it's on the one that you leapt into the first time.
Cool. First one's a 10.
Yep.
Second one's a 6.
Cool. It takes both hits and is looking pretty beat up, but it is not down yet. Equi, you are on the ground. There are 2 on you. You realise that all of this around you, you realise this is affecting you too. That you are also feeling hungry.
Yeah, I mean, this makes
This could be a problem.
understood, but it just doesn't mean I'm still going to attack. The thing is, it feels ridiculous to be reloading my musket and then firing it whilst they're there. So I'm
Okay.
going to have to move to the dagger, I think.
Okay.
Again. And
It's up to you. That musket
I-
is pretty powerful.
What?
It's up to you. That musket's pretty powerful.
Well, like, okay.
Can you reload it?
Yes. Takes one of the
In
attack
attack.
actions.
Right.
Is there? Would there be a vantage point that I could get to, which wouldn't be easily accessible to them?
You can climb, so you can easily climb up the side and then
Right.
be hanging on the side while shooting. That's
Right.
absolutely fine. You have claws, but you will need to disengage.
No, I won't, because
Oh.
my brand, which I touch, I have among my many scars, a
Yes.
brand across the centre of my chest, the scar, which is made that a single tuft of hair pure white.
Yep.
When I touch it and concentrate, the white fades for the next minute. I become a creature of shadow.
You suddenly fade,
And go up.
and almost you guys see almost like shadow melts up the wall. And how long does it last for?
A minute.
But you can stop at any time.
Yes. Yeah, I can only do it like once at a time. I need to get out of that.
So the shadow flows up. Do you reform high up the wall with a vantage point?
As far as I can move up the wall, I will get to there to where I can.
You can
crouch
climb,
and
so I will
be-
very happily have you be able to hang
Yeah,
onto the wall with your feet as long as you're not literally hanging upside down. That's madness.
No. But I'm assuming there's an alcove or something which
Yes.
would be accessible by anything that can climb.
Yes.
Anyway, so I've got as far away as I can,
Correct.
and then
Using the mark is an action.
yes,
Then that is your action.
hang on. Yeah, I can use a bonus action to end it.
Oh, so action, bonus action, ended it. You are now high up on the wall.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's what I'm gonna do.
That is what you have done. You are way out of range of all these things. You need to
Yes.
disengage.
Exactly.
Lovely stuff. You have a very excellent vantage point.
Yeah.
I'm going to allow you a perception check. So,
You're one.
oh, you.
No, I'm basically thinking.
I
how cool it
love
was when
my,
just-
I
yeah.
love my gun.
No, it's worse than that. He's thinking that was so damn cool, and it actually distracts him from the thing in hand.
And you're also aware that you might be turning into one of these things as well.
Yeah,
It's
there's
just not
there's a
great.
bit of that
Yeah.
going on there, but yeah.
Copper.
Copper's pissed off.
Really?
At this point, yeah.
Shocker.
Yeah. But it's weirdly slightly more controlled than she's been before. Been before with its rages.
I see.
It's just kind of like no bad dog, and just kind of standing up very kind of. And how many of them are around me?
3.
And how many are between me and Jabba the Goat?
If you barreled through, let's say, 2 or 3 of them and just went full pelt, you could probably get there.
That's what I want to do.
Cool, make an athletics check for me.
That is a 25.
Smack 2 of them aside, not doing any damage, just knocking them out of the
Yeah.
way to literally
And then I get
get
the
up to
opportunity
Jabba.
to- I'm not trying to attack him.
Oh.
I just want to be in front of him
Oh.
and just yell at him. What do we need to do to be good?
Cool. Cool. Yeah. That is what.
And that's my action.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing! If you die, it's,
worth
gonna
it.
be yeah.
So worth it.
And she's still kind of swifting with energy, which means that if anybody else, I've got some things in my sleeve. I've got some things.
Swifting with the energy. Yes, I love that. Getting swifty.
The remaining goat people, some injured, are just watching this unfold, not quite sure what to do. Some of them leap up to attack. But it's on this turn. It is not affected by this in the way it used to be. The large creature, seeing this, fascinating. Okay. Sorry, this is a complicated question of who's an ally and who's not.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah. Intriguing. Okay.
No one's attacked it yet.
As the creatures start to turn and try, and Speaker's in a position of about to be surrounded by 5 of them because Copper's run off. There are some around here and quite a few around you. As they run in towards you to bite, to gnaw, to ram into you, one charges straight for you and then another one leaps in the way and is knocked down by it. They look confused. One tries to bite, another one's arm comes up, gets bitten on the side as well. And they're looking horrified and confused and not sure. And you can see that the larger creature is sort of concentrating on all of you as they all try and attack you, but are foiled by each other.
Amazing. Yeah.
It has a thing that, it's for allies.
This is freaking great.
It's really weird that it turns around that way, but
Yeah.
it does, and it's weird that it does.
I love
I'm
this game.
fascinated.
It's
I am
amazing.
fascinated.
That was totally you.
Yeah.
That's
That-
insane
Clutch
and really
move.
cool.
Yeah.
Clutch move.
Yeah.
And I,
Yeah, you basically nullified them for a round, but that's really fascinating.
I
Cool.
used
I totally intended it to be used in this way.
I totally found a way to use character motivation to completely take advantage of what I thought was happening.
I
Right.
turned invisible.
Okay, now you are maintaining the spell. It gets to roll again. Oh. That's a 2, sorry. When I was doing this, the hunger is its hand reaching out, trying to stop anyone from hurting each other, because it's horrified by this whole situation. It sees the mound of flesh that you're sort of half cradling and holding, and just continues to reach out, and just bleating rage pours out of it and fills the room. It is angry again. It is horrified again. Your spell worked last time, and it's not working now. You are surrounded by these creatures, and you get the sense that they are probably not going to be quite as good at hitting each other this round.
I'll fly up to Equi.
Okay?
Okay.
As you try and take off. 3 of them swipe at you and grab at you. You are off the ground before one actually hits you, so attacks opportunity on them. You are now flying above. Equi's alcove is probably not big enough. Like, it's barely an alcove. It's like a tiny rock outcrop, because he's a cat. He can basically balance on perfectly. But you're flying up to his height. That's
Yes.
fine.
Turn this on.
Can I?
Yeah, tapping it. You know how to do it.
It would just be. Sleight of hand.
It doesn't matter. No, it's absolutely fine. I'm going to allow this as a free action. I think that's only fair. You reach out and tap it on, and as you look down, this mound of flesh that he is holding, everything, all of this fetid atmosphere, it is all coming from it. The mound of flesh is the problem.
The body.
The body?
It's the body.
What?
I
I can't shout. Destroy the body!
You still have an action. You've just moved.
Destroy the body!
nice.
Speaking as a free action, you still have an action.
Which one?
Please note that you are no longer touching him, so you no longer... Actually, no, it's touch at first. Sorry, I'm just checking this exactly, because it's very rare to use it as an aggressive...
Yeah.
Until the spell ends, when creature you touch. No, it's fine. The effect is still happening even while you're not there. Fascinating.
So cool.
Well, it's not supposed to be used aggressively, so the rules sort of work around. It's fascinating.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
fascinated. Yep.
This is brilliant.
I'm going towards speaker, and I'm just gonna do my best to hit it with a whip.
Cool. You have 2 attacks, so
Yes.
you've used. Flown up. It's not that high a cavern. I doubt you could get there from now. You could probably use your crossbow.
Crossbow then.
Does Planar Warrior work on ranged weapons as well? I'm not sure. What's the wording?
As a bonus action, choose one creature you can see within 30 feet of you. The next time you hit that creature on this turn with the weapon attack, all damage dealt by the attack becomes force damage, and the creature takes an extra 1d8 force damage from the attack.
Yeah.
11.
Yeah, that's
2d8
different.
force damage.
Yeah. So if you say that this is what you want to be hitting with it and use your crossbow, it will also do the extra damage.
Okay.
Yeah. So you target. And again, the nimbusy, smoky energy is now on this crossbow that, like everything you own, is cobbled together and barely functional piece of stuff jammed in at various angles.
It's purely functional.
It's purely functional.
Don't insult.
Now, crossbows are loaded weapons, so you can only shoot once in the round, but you can take the one shot. That's fine. Make an attack roll against a mound of flesh. Doesn't have a very high AC for pretty obvious reasons.
So 13.
Yeah, that hits.
Fine.
Yeah.
Is it something we can destroy?
Well, yeah.
Get rid of it.
I think it's something we can destroy. I don't want to do
Oh no, sorry. It's actually 1d8. I do 3 times now. So 7. 7.
14.
16.
16 points of damage.
Plus 4.
Oh, 20. Amazing.
Nice.
One crossbow bolt. Jesus.
Yeah, that's...
This glowing nimbusy, this dream energy for you, but you guys see it slightly differently, just... And it goes flying out. And as you're fighting, suddenly the mound of flesh is hit and sort of spurts and is almost sort of... like it's trying to regenerate around it as this happens, as a crossbow bolt embeds itself in it, this strange nimbusy, dreamlike energy swirling around it. And you have heard them say, destroy the body.
Ah. Well,
Speaker, it is your turn as this thing comes into you and it takes 20 points of damage.
I'm definitely not getting any gifts. All 3 punches. Straight down that way.
Yeah.
I would like to remind you that my punches are magical attacks.
Yes, it's fine, yes.
16. I mean,
Jesus Christ, worse than a
just
fucking
let me know
sword.
when it doesn't hit. 16.
Yeah, that hits.
19.
Yeah, that hits.
20.
Yeah, all 3 hit. Yeah.
Yeah, all 3 hit. 4. 10. 19.
Thanks, mate.
24.
24 point. Fucking hell.
Oh, alright, thanks.
You pound this mound of flesh under your arm. Just repeatedly. Do you put it down?
Do I put it down?
Yeah.
Yeah, pound the crap out of it.
And you start pounding into it, and you're trying to really destroy what is left of it. Take it out. And you are certainly like there's bits of flesh flying all over the place. It is trying to knit itself together as your fists leave. So it's almost like there's a as it comes out because it tries to form up around it. It is healing at a remarkable speed, but you have both done a lot of damage to it so far. Equi.
Would I get... If I try and shoot it, will I get a disadvantage?
Why?
Cool. But...
Let's say yes. Why not? No.
Sorry, just because Speaker's on top of it, I mean.
No, because punching from the side, he isn't holding onto it.
Oh, fine. But so, now... I still have to... Do I still have to reload?
You do.
Okay, so I've only got 1 shot then.
Yes.
I'm going to make it a shadow shot.
Cool.
Doesn't make any difference to that bit. Ooh, yeah, 27.
Yeah, absolutely hits it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 1d12 plus 2d6, right? Yeah, it won't be blinded because it can't see.
Yeah.
It has no eyes.
9.
Used to have eyes.
11. 14 in total.
14 total.
Yeah.
Bang! Like it's mostly rubble now. It's still trying to reform itself. Like tendrils tries to pull themselves back together. It is not out for the count yet, I am afraid. So close. So close. Copper?
Close, you say?
Yeah,
How far away am I from it?
You can get to it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I should just punch it. But how far away is it from the mouth of the cave?
Oh no.
The cave mouth is 50 feet down a tunnel and then out into the winter wastes.
Too far. Okay.
Yeah, also it continually reforms itself. Coal's not going to do that much to it.
No. It was more about chucking it off the edge of a cliff.
Oh, I see.
That was going to be my plan. But if it's...
I'd have to work out how many rounds it falls and therefore how much it regenerates.
And then how much it takes from fall damage to the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch it.
Sounds very complicated and dangerous.
Yeah, Cobber's just gonna the first thing it said was how do we be good? The next voice it heard was destroy the body.
Yep.
So that's what it's doing. I think there are still 3 around. No, it got through the 3.
There are plenty around you. If you run away to try and hit it, there will be attacks of opportunity.
Okay, let's deal with that.
Okay. 19?
19.
You really better hope this is low, man.
I'm still raging, so I have everything anyway.
As you run, one bites at your ankles as you go and manages to sort of tear the back panel off one of your ankles.
Mm-hmm.
And you take 10 halved, 5.
Alright.
Only one of them, fortunately.
I wasn't paying. Let me just take this.
You are running down to where this mound
Yep.
remaining, like sort of. I mean, there's a central. There's not even like a central core. It's just a mass of flesh.
Whatever's left, Copper's just going to leap up and punch down into it, and then other fist just two attacks.
Roll the first one.
It's a 7, not a 1. I thought it was. So that's it's a 7.
No, you don't.
Oh, sorry. That's 14.
Roll the damage.
Which is my. Where's my D8?
Are you adding the +2 rage damage to this?
I am.
photo?
I am now. Yeah.
Cool. Because that means that you're definitely going to kill it because it only takes. It's only got 2 hit points left.
Well, in which case, it's dead. Because I rolled an 8.
Yeah. That's 14 in total.
You land, and what's left of it just. You still got the eye on, so you can see this. As you crush it beneath your fist, this energy, this fetid cloud, starts to suck in. It's dragged out of the people. You can see it literally dragging out of them. As it's dragged out of them, their features change. It's dragged out of Equi next to you. As all of this energy is dragged out. The fatted creature itself, you can see like almost all of its... This is dragging out of it, and it is just leaning forward. As all of it... You guys can't see this. All you see is all the creatures just going forward. You see all of this transmutative energy coalescing into this spot and passing into the dream.
Oh shit.
And creating ripples and creating effects. This is doing exactly what you don't want it to do. And as it does, and as it coalesces and goes in, it collapses in on itself and it's gone. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 11 very confused, scared villagers in this cave. All the candles are... Some of them are guttering in this sort of weird sucking wind you didn't quite feel. The large creature is still there, breathing slowly. It's very definitely dying.
I'd like to go back into the cave and look at this weird dying creature.
It's just lying flat out on the floor. It's clearly trying to breathe, but the sheer weight of it is crushing its own lungs. Also, whatever energy was holding it alive in this horrific state is gone.
Copper's going to let the rage dissipate with whatever. She's pretty. It's pretty beat up at this point.
Yeah.
And it goes over and just kind of because sees another creature in pain and just goes and just touches whatever's face of it is left.
This sled thing. What's on the back of it? What
Stuff. You rolled a 15.
stuff? Can I have a closer look?
Yeah. We'll get there.
Copper cradles.
It just...
You've had a bad day.
You alright, man?
It's doing so well at the acting.
Oh, bloody hell.
Overdid it a bit there. It is definitely dying horribly.
Poor bastard. That was
Fine.
Is there anything we can do? Are you in pain?
Don't stop them believing. It's dead.
Yeah.
It's really dead. Speaker.
Yeah.
The sled is full of toys. I mean, the technological level of this civilization is not grand.
No, of course not. But yeah,
Wooden things.
I can recognise what toys are.
Gosh, yeah.
Is there a cat?
Yes.
No. Is there a toy cat?
Yes, there is a small wooden cat. It's one of those things you'd look upon on a mantelpiece in our era, sort of curled in on itself, like almost like a paperweight, and it looks very peaceful and it's sleeping very happily.
Lovely. I would like to pick up said toy cat and go over to Copper. Yay! That was a very good thing you did.
Copper puts the toy cat down and reaches inside. I assume there are places where I keep, like, it's not like a satchel or anything. I've got compartments.
Yeah, you've got compartments.
And it reaches inside a compartment and pulls out a wooden spoon that you'd given to her many years previously. And just kind of says,
I appreciate every present. And it wasn't about getting the present, it was about being good. And I'm trying to be good, and I know that there's a lot of people in here that have not been good, and we're trying to be good now. And I wanted to earn it, and I earned this, and I am going to keep that. But I wanted someone outside to tell me I was good.
and she puts both back in there.
Yeah. There are 11 very scared villagers in here. Sorry, where are we? What's going on?
The evil goat man has been slain.
What? What evil goat man?
Oh, they're unrelated.
Pay no heed, villagers. Your curse was released by the blessing of Niklaus.
Oh, thank goodness for Niklaus.
Krampus was corrupted by evil forces, but luckily, thanks to the intervention...
He's still there, though. We've got to keep believing in all of it.
And so he has left this vessel to reform?
Oh.
And him and Krampus and his good friend and ally Niklaus will
They're
soon...
not friends, they're against each other.
No, they work in tandem.
No, but
They're
they
just
don't
looking
know
at
that.
you completely confused.
Niklaus saved you. Go home. He'll be coming soon.
Merry Christmas!
And wrap up warm, baby. It's cold outside.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage because Copper was helping you.
Never had it afraid. I'm helping! Be more appropriate.
Oh.
You're fucking kidding.
I've got -2.
What'd you roll? I don't know what you rolled!
Well, the first roll was a 2, which -2 is 0. Luckily, I had advantage. And with my very advantageous roll, 5.
What?
Yes.
I'm going to lean out to you. Talk to them.
What are you talking about? Where are we?
You were under a spell. The spell is now broken.
Oh. Whew. Okay.
Yeah, maybe we should have led with that.
Can you take us back to our village? It is just down the mountain. I don't know how we got here.
I know how we can get to...
Oh.
Thread right. I will pull it.
We will both pull it.
How are you going to get it down the cliff?
Is what I say.
Yeah.
Does
You believe in magic, but you can't believe in the Christmas spirit?
everybody knows that...
I'm staying here.
I'm assuming everybody knows, because this is the first I've ever heard of this entire thing. The sled can fly. How is he supposed to get to everyone if the sled can't fly?
Can I turn my eye on for this exact purpose?
Yes, you can.
Is the
It's a
sword-
mundane sled! The magic was in for the fucking Christmas!
That's
Somebody's
because we
a bit
have
of
to
a Grinch.
believe.
Oh my god, please do this. Please just believe and take the sled off the damn mountain. Oh, please do it though. I'm going to be so happy if you do that.
Oh, God.
Well, maybe we can't take the sled, but we can at least take the toys.
I'm taking the sled.
Well, I shall take the toys for the village. And before we
How are you going
leave...
to transport the toys? There's a sled full.
We'll carry the sled.
The sled is so heavy.
But the toys are made of wood. Most of them will survive if we push it off a cliff. And it will look like it's fine. We have to deliver the toys. He said not to stop them believing.
Oh, you're not wrong.
They can't go undelivered. Otherwise, everyone is going to think they're bad just like me.
You're not bad.
Well, the jury's out.
Hey. One of the humans taught me an expression. Who has 2 thumbs and thinks you're a good person? Me.
Why does having 2 thumbs qualify you to
I
judge
don't know.
me?
Humans are weird.
They're really obsessed with their thumbs.
And before we do anything,
Okay,
the eye.
Oh, you get back. Thank you.
Thank you. You did better with it than I did.
I did the worst.
Why?
The dream. It was sucked back into the dream. I did everything that I have been trying to stop.
I'm so sorry.
You saved all these people.
And who have I killed?
I don't know.
That is the problem.
I'm going to start climbing down.
You're inside the cave now.
No, like as in from out of my alcove down to the.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
'Cause I hadn't done that.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm going to get down and I'm going to start with an amazing amount of tact for him,
Yes.
shepherding people together.
Come, we must leave. We must leave.
Yes, I think it is a good idea if we go. It's very cold up here.
Oh, damn it. I don't know whether we do this. Okay, I'm going to have to roll for this.
Okay.
Whoop. That's a nat.
Yeah,
20.
so, okay, he's actually going to have got it into his head because he was so moved by what you said. He's going to try and get every one of the humans to take, like, 2 presents, like, to get them to, if they've got, like, ribbons or whatever the thing is, then to tie them around so they can hold them around their necks as they go climbing down and stuff like that, so they can at least transport some presents.
If each person takes 2, you take all of them.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it's a good plan.
Yeah.
That's
I like
a lovely plan.
And I just rolled a natural 20 on that, so I felt like...
You explain that, and they'll go.
Yeah.
They're bringing gifts. Oh, okay. Yeah. That seems perfectly normal.
And just going past you, thank you.
Sure.
Will you be coming with us back to the village?
I will come to see you leave.
Is there anything we can do?
We're still being nice.
No. We don't know what we've done. Do you know anything that we can do?
This talk of dreams is curious, but I do not think any of us are qualified to have this conversation.
Very well. But what message would you have us take back to the rest of our party?
No message. You must return to the Nexus.
I was trying not to mention that, but okay.
You said we were supposed to be secret. You just blurted out the name of the whole thing.
I wasn't the one handing out eyes like their trail mix.
Yes, we will get on moving.
I go to Equi when I try and
Yes.
get him alone. If you can, you must tell whoever has the power. They must stop the way they travel.
Very well. They will not like that. I will make them understand.
Please.
It's not just the way they travel. If this is what they do every time they defeat something or stop something, it is also affecting your world. Everything about what they do.
Oh, wow. You're going to have to... There's going to be some kind of roll to make me understand the gravity of that.
Jodie talked about travel so far. It's more than that.
Yeah.
It's more.
What more?
Everything that's happened here, I think, is related to what you are doing.
We...
The energy you use. It is all connected.
To what? The dream?
Yes.
For us, dreams do not exist. They are images. They are nothing. What is it for you?
The world I live in.
What? How are you here? What did you come trying to find?
I came finding the energy that was disturbing our dream.
And that is us.
Yes.
We must... Unless you come with us, they will not understand. They will only know from me, and I will not be able to explain it. They can give you an eye. Amazed you didn't say anything. Sorry, I'm amazed you didn't say anything.
He's not
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
fine,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, conversation.
I must speak with my elders.
How will you find us again? Follow the energy.
From their perspective, you're very hard to miss.
Very well. I will do what I can, but this is impossible for us. We don't know what we are doing.
If you don't know what you're doing, you shouldn't be doing it.
I trust you. I believe you. The others will not. They are not intelligent people.
If you cannot convince them, I fear what it will lead to.
I will do everything I can. Thank you for everything. You have been an inspiration.
And start moving. Very easy to tell the truth in this game.
So, you head back to the village. Gifts are handed out.
Are they handed out, or are they hidden for the morning?
Handed out. They have no idea what you're talking about, or do you try and hide them for the
I
morning?
mean, I wouldn't know either. I'm watching this whole process. I'm only.
They are
going
just,
on
they've
what
been
David
given
knows about
things
it.
to give to people back in the village. They don't understand what they've experienced.
But do they understand? They understand what Christmas has been since that point, up until that point.
They already know, yeah, they come from the Christmas.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so
Yeah.
their tradition is just to give people stuff. They don't leave it.
Oh, no, they don't understand they're partaking in a tradition. All they are doing is going, you gave us some gifts in a cave.
So they're not people from the town.
They are, yes.
So, sorry.
They don't
This is
understand,
what I'm
they haven't made the connection because of your rather hilarious persuasion roll. They don't understand what happened. They think someone cast a spell on them, and they're now going like,
In
oh,
which case, I will try and persuade them to. I'll just be like, it's Christmas, just like you normally would.
oh.
The present. He can't do it himself, so you need to help.
One of the young men reaches out to you and goes, it's just a story.
Yes,
That's brilliant.
Thank you.
yes, it is, and I think it's a very important one.
Okay. Yeah, we can give these as gifts tomorrow, that's fine. Is that why we were up there, to collect gifts?
Yeah, it's all part of telling the story. You had to go and collect them from the cave.
Oh,
That's where he left them.
And now you can tell your villagers you met Niklaus himself.
did we?
Yes, he cast a spell on you so you don't remember.
I'm a little old for fairy tales.
But he's going to be weirded out by the fact he has a weird blank in his memory.
You're just trusting in that.
Probably went drinking.
I was going to say that.
Oh,
It was a big one.
I crashed a sled!
Oh, it was a rough night.
But I managed to convince them that they I want them to uphold the traditions. That
Why
they
on
had.
earth would they change it?
But they were just going to give them out initially. I wanted them to
No,
leave it.
they don't understand that these presents were they assumed that other people gave each other most of the presents, and they still do.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some random ones turning up are
Yeah.
assumed to be from other people.
Unnamed relatives.
Yeah.
Copper is going to climb onto the roof of nearby houses and just kind of like train shuffle. So it looks like sled marks have gone across the roof.
Sure. No one would know what you're doing. No one would check anyway. No one would even think to look.
How noisy is that?
Oh, appallingly.
Appallingly.
They're just going to assume you're being weird.
Yeah, that's what's happening around. They assume you guys are fucking nutters, and so far nothing has dissuaded them of that fact.
Absolutely not.
You train shuffling a roof just be like a... What do they do? Never mind. Just,
It's like night
Don't
time.
ask.
The kids are still asleep though, right?
No, not after you've done that, no.
they had a horrible attack earlier!
They would have put the kids to bed.
Oh my god.
Copper. I understand you have the best of intentions.
It's like it's a sled!
Maybe it's time we left these people.
Pretty sure the sled will be able to fly and land on roofs. Just makes sense. Otherwise, how could he get to every house?
I know that, and I'm sure they do as well.
Gosh, I love that bag of flesh.
Oh, my dear boy.
Time to
That
depart,
was
perchance?
really impressive.
Are we... When we're, like, getting ready to leave, is Equi hanging about?
Yeah.
I
mean...
Yeah. It's
Alcona.
Alcona. No, in my head she's now going to be Alcova for it because that's what we had. Anyway. It's Alcona's leaving. Not me.
Oh, yes.
Alcona, you don't want to stay with us?
Wow! There was so much said.
No. Just no.
Amazing. That was absolutely amazing.
Okay, Merry Christmas.
Oh, God.
He couldn't get it worse. It reaches into the thing and kind of reaches out and goes, I know you gave it to me, but it's a gift, so I can re-gift. Little wooden cat. You were very good.
Thank you.
You don't need to thank me. It came from Christmas. Like whatever, she doesn't have a nut.
Tonk!
Where will you go now?
To speak to the elders.
Ah.
Where will you go?
To speak to the elders.
For want of a better phrase. I return to the only people I have left.
We're a family.
I will do everything I can.
I don't know what you mean.
You step before the portal, centre of town, which they thought was an ornate fountain with a nice design in it, but thought probably...
Portal now.
Hell to the underworld. No.
Well, the thing is that it will have been a portal in time gone by that will have been used, but has been inactive for years. You see, as the three of them, working together with some effort, use an eye to discover how to activate the portal, to reopen it. But they're doing something odd. It's not just opening a portal. If this portal will have a connection, all portals have a connection. Whether it's old or whether it's new, there is a line of energy that connects them through your world. But using their eyes, they are altering it. They're changing it.
Oh, shit.
And as they do, and the portal opens, another line tears, and you can see it, tears through your world, giving them a path home.
Stop!
What?
I could have shown you the way.
Please do.
I want to try and find a better way for them to get through the portal.
You can. You can take them. You know where this portal is. You can see where they made it go. But they have to travel through the dream to do that.
I'm so up for this.
I can guide you through the dream. I know where you're going.
What is? How do we travel through the dream? Is it space? Is it?
Do we need to go to sleep?
That's the best question.
No. My people say you do not walk the dream, you do not swim the dream, you do not fly the dream. You weave it.
She ate some bad snow.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry, say all of that very dramatic stuff again.
I've got a bit of worse killer. I hate my assumptions. I'm really sorry.
It got tweeted. We know.
It is the fabric of reality.
And we can weave it.
I can weave it. Maybe... I do not know if I can show you, if you can learn. Can I teach them?
I mean, it would take you considerably longer than
Now.
It took you years to learn your craft, and you were innately talented in the first place.
But you could guide us?
I could guide you.
Please do.
You stop the portal from opening. You saw what it was about to do, and you know where it was headed, so you can guide them through, but it will take far longer and be a very different kind of adventure.
Oh, go on.
I
I love this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm down. Like,
Yeah.
I will take you some of the way.
and then
There will be others to guide you.
okay, good. And they're friends.
They are friends.
So it is decided.
Yes.
I don't want to damage anything.
No.
This is the best way.
She has power like I have never seen. I wish to know more.
She's quiet a lot of the time, which I think means that she's probably very clever.
Knowledge is its own gift.
You used to be more quiet too.
Sick burn.
You step before the portal, and unlike what they do, which is using it to literally punch a hole through space and time, you just open it. And you guys never seen this before, but the portal does open, but it doesn't go anywhere. It just sort of opens, and there's this open, pearlescent grey-pink cloud.
So pretty.
I step through
Mm-hmm.
and I create a space big enough for the others to come with me.
You do?
You must walk behind me, weave behind me. Do not move outside of where I go.
Okay.
And I start to weave.
Oh, wow.
As she steps before, almost creating physical ground beneath you as you step into the portal, and
That's so cool. Oh, damn it.
I know what I'm doing next time.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh,
Yes!
Oh.
God, that was a good session.
Doctor Strange business going on right now.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
It's
That's
getting
great.
real freaky deaky.
Well, now you have to come back.
That was a hell of a mid-season finale there.
It's kind of like, I'm not sure I can come back when I'm in a different country.
There will be others to guide you.
There will be others to guide you.
We'll make it work. We always do.
Yeah.
Which other country?
America.
There is. Well, I'm thinking of capability.
Do we need to say goodbye to the stream, or are they already gone?
Yes, no, I assumed we were going to do like a little sign off.
Oh yeah,
Talking about how how cool that was.
Hang on.
So now you all know that my plans for the future.
Yes, thank you ever so much for those on the stream who have joined us, and of course those who are watching this after the fact on the YouTubes.
Yay.
The YouTubes.
Dream.
Dream, the impossible dream. Yeah, good, lovely. So, thank you so much for joining in whatever capacity you have joined, and do join us again. We are on social media at stuff. I'm so terrible at this. We are on Twitter at Adventurers250.
Do you want me to just say it so the mics can pick me up?
Yeah.
Okay, listen to this disembodied voice.
On Twitter we are at Adventurers250. Everywhere else we are Adventurers Wanted. That's on Facebook, I believe Instagram, Twitch, obviously, which is likely where you're finding this, or YouTube. Also www.adventurerswanted.co.uk is our website that has details, especially of the dates for our upcoming shows, now that we have 2 regular monthly slots for all of our live and simultaneously streamed shows.
Mm-hmm. This is correct.
We also have a Patreon.
There we go.
Que importante.
We have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/adventurerswanted, where you can become a fan and join us and
Get hats.
Get hats? No, I don't think
Okay, no, maybe not.
If enough people join,
Don't promise that, then we have to deliver it!
I said enough. I didn't say a specific amount.
You get things like playable materials, like your own Viridescent Eye or your own gun capable of shadow shot, which you can use to play in your home games.
It's actually just a reskinned Arcane Archer, but you know.
Quiet.
Updates. We are updating it to do things like DM clinics, and also you get to choose the kind of gaming systems that we play in our monthly mixtape show.
And yeah, if you like what we do, help us do more of it. Part of the reason we can do today with all the microphones and new cameras and everything else that we're using is because of Patreon support. So the more support we have, the more we can do. So thank you everyone, all our patrons, there we go, who have been so supportive so far. And many more. Cool. Lovely. I think everyone deserves a round of applause for doing a wonderful job. And then they have a chance to plug Greta, would you like to plug something? We'll go the other way around this time because Ed's still having a coughing fit.
Yes, although it conflicts with certain people's plans for this weekend, which is great. I've got 2 things. Revolution this Sunday is taking place at Whack Arts in Butters Park. It's a fundraising event for Whack Arts, which is a performing arts charity working with young people. And we have Akko Mitchell, Sheila Etim, who else? Tashawn Williams, basically super talented people of West End stage and screen who are performing, and it's going to be amazing. So check out revolutionnight.eventbrite.com. And the other thing is I'm associate directing Time is Love at the Finborough Theatre, directed by Joe Walker. It starts January the 1st, which is a terrible time to start, but come see it.
Yes. Okay. First of all, lovely streamers, thank you for tuning in, and also apologies that I was late. I was rushing back from a publicity shoot in Southampton, would you believe? And that publicity shoot was for an improv group I'm in. We're called Jack Left Town. We do an improvised rockumentary. We have a monthly show at the Rosemary Branch Theatre, which is also the home of the live Omen shows.
Yes.
Our Christmas special is this Sunday at the Rosemary Branch Theatre. All the proceeds from our side of things is going towards shelter. And we have... rather than booking individual improv teams for this one, we've asked our favourite improvisers from all around the London improv scene to come and form sort of miniature supergroups, and we'll be doing a lot of Christmas themed improv.
Wow.
And it should be super, super fun. If you want more Jack Left Town action, on the 22nd of this month at the Omnibus Theatre in Clapham, we will be supporting an improv team called There Will Be Cake, which is an amazing improv team which consists of Paul Foxcroft, Rachel Parris, Marcus Brigstock, and Pippa Evans. So well worth a watch.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Jesus.
if for some godforsaken reason you're in Birmingham.
Wow, you're actually promoting
When?
it.
I mean, until the 30th of this month,
Yeah.
then you can come and watch me in Pinocchio. And bring your kids, otherwise it would be weird. And if you're in London, then both Ed and I will be appearing in Illicit Signals Bletchley at the Collab Theatre from the 5th of January,
Yes.
I believe, until some point in
26th.
January. 26th of
7th.
January.
Or 6.
Who knows?
Or dares
Who
to
you
dream.
It's illicit.
And who are you both playing?
I will be playing. Don't ask me that now.
Killing Knox.
I'll be playing Dilly Knox, who I played before and should really know that.
Isn't Dilly Knox in his 60s?
Yes, he is. I'm a very good actor.
Whereas I'll be playing Alan Turing, dangerous and repressed. Yes.
But very, very clever.
Very, very clever.
Very clever man.
Doesn't talk very much.
I don't know, we'll see how it goes.
We'll see what Ed makes of the
Really
character.
sort of thing, yeah.
7-hour
Anything
monologues.
Anything else to add, Ed? Anything else to add?
No.
No.
That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
Watch more Adventurers Wanted stuff.
Yeah.
Do Patreon.
Everyone's coughing to death. The plague has come among us.
We don't have long.
You know, I'm going to end on the point that I actually wrote out what were-goats would be called. It's caprathropes.
Caprathropes.
Caprathrones.
Like lycanthropes.
And a merry caprathrope to you all.
The Twitter has mainly called them goat-like creatures and things and bits and bobs.
Look, I-
Merry Goatmas.
This may just be me, but I wrote out that it would be cursed with caprathropy.
Caprathropy.
Yeah. I'm that kind of nerd. That's what happens.
That sounds like a bad
I
call.
was about to say, you need to take caprotropy for you.
Yeah, exactly.
New caprathropy.
Ask your doctor if caprotropy is right for you.
Side effects? No, I'm not going to do that.
No, well, thank you all for joining.
Thanks, everyone.
It's been lovely to have you, as always. And we'll do this again tomorrow.
Yes, don't forget to tune in tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.